I hope you are doing well. That's great. Our lesson topic for today, that is lesson 15. This is a part of Unit 5, livestock farming. Today's lesson, we are going to see about a grammar, that is simple past and present perfect tense. Before I am going to produce today's lesson topic, I would like to remind you what we learned in the previous lesson. You remember in the previous lesson, that was lesson 14, we have been talking about different kinds of vocabularies. Of course, that was the part of Unit 5, that is livestock farming. You remember the vocabularies? Have you done some sentence with your friends? Did you show them? That's interesting. Good. I would like to remind you the kind of vocabularies that we studied last time. Yeah. You remember the word that is shear. Shear is one of the livestock vocabulary. Chores is another one. And pasture is the other one. And rooster is the other one. Produce is also another vocabulary. And raise is the other vocabulary. Husbandry, another vocabulary. And a dairy is also another vocabulary. And hay is also the vocabularies. So we're trying to do these vocabularies with their meanings. At the same time, we're trying to see that some of the sample examples that are suitable to the given textbook in your English book. Hopefully that you did your own sentences, simple sentences, just like the example that I showed you, and then you have to share your example with your friends. Good. That's it. That's an interesting one. Don't forget even to write a paragraph or a simple sentence and show to your friends too. Good. Let's go to today's lesson, that is interesting topic that we are going to see for today. That is Unit 5. That is Unit 5 again, livestock farming. Livestock farming. This is lesson 15. The part is that is grammar. It's grammar part. This is grammar. What kind of grammar are you going to see for today? Wow, it's so interesting one. I would like to write this grammar. That is what? Simple past. Simple past or past simple, in short, past simple, simple tense, and also present perfect tense. Present perfect tense. Very interesting one. Simple past or past simple, present perfect tense. What do you mean by that? Yeah, we have to identify the difference of the two tenses. What simple past or past simple mean, and what present perfect tense means. When do we use present perfect tense? When do we use simple past tense? Very important tenses. Very important tenses. That's why, because we have to use both tenses in our day-to-day life. You remember, students, when we have been revising the lesson that we learned last time, I was trying to use simple past tense. That is why it is past action. Right? That's it. The same is true when we talk about the present perfect tense. It means is a tense that we are going on now. It's maybe in the past or in different tenses. Anyways, we will see the difference of the two tenses in different contexts or sentences. Before that, I would like to tell you the difference between the two kinds of grammars. I know that you learned it when you're in grade 7, and I'm sure that you practiced with your friends in different contexts, just to show you and to remind you about these issues. Good. Now let me ask this question, please. Look at this question. What did you do yesterday? Tell to your friend, what did you do yesterday? Yeah, keep in mind this question. What's talking about? It's not that at all. This question is asking about simple past. Simple past. Good. Simple past. So when we think about simple past, students, don't forget that those verbs that we learned in the previous lesson about regular and irregular past verbs. They're very important. Yeah, you are welcome to study a lot of words that are similar to this context in order to talk about simple pasts. So what did you do yesterday mean that? The word yesterday by itself is a past action. Yeah, yesterday is the previous day. It's already past. You did a lot of activities in the previous time or yesterday. So when it comes to the verbs, whether it is regular or irregular verbs, they are both are possible verbs. While you are expressing simple past tense in order to talk about your past action or activities. I'm sure that you will come and talk with your friends what you did last time. Let me give you some time. You're welcome. Thank you. Take time. Very good. That's it. You are right, of course. Yeah. Good. I did my homework. Very interesting. Good. I did my homework. Yeah. That's interesting one. I did my homework. Before you went to take part on your cousin's birthday. I did my homework. Another? Yeah, exactly. Possible. That is good. Yeah. I washed my clothes. Exactly. Possible. I washed my clothes. You're welcome. I did washed. Again, I went to where? My cousin's home to celebrate his birthday or her birthday. Went still now, it is past action. Look, I did my homework, I washed my clothes, I went to my cousin's home or house, or I studied my lessons. Don't forget not. Still now we are talking about what you did yesterday. It's not only yesterday. There are some other time verbs are possible here now. Students? Yeah, you are welcome. Last week is also possible, right? Come on. Ago is also possible, right? Last means last year, the previous week, this morning, possible. We are talking about this morning. Come on, students. Yeah. What did you do last week instead of yesterday? Last week also possible. Yeah. It's not only yesterday. Last week also appropriate time adverb. What did you do? Or what did you do last month? What did you do this morning? What about in the case of ago? You see, I went to my cousin's home a week ago. Look at this time adverb, right? It's not time adverb. A week ago. Ago usually takes at the final position here. Yeah. Therefore, I went to my cousin's home a week ago. But don't use it in such a context. It's okay. What did you do? Ago. No. Don't say. Like, come on. It's wrong. So all are possible. Whatever the case it is, they are all possible time adverbs in order to talk about the past action. Yeah, when did you do is a very important issue. They are all talking about time that happened in the previous, that is past action. Therefore, simple past is a very important part of the issue. If you are doing something at present now, yeah, in the following day, you are welcome to narrate or talk to your friends what you did at home yesterday. And then you will tell like this, yeah, I did my homework, I washed, it's okay. And also, I bought something from the shop, okay, went to supermarket, I brought something from my niece's house, etc., from my uncle's house, etc. All these are possible. So while you are using simple past tense, students, don't forget that both regular and irregular verbs should be considered. In short, I would like to show you that how regular and irregular past verbs are possible in the case of simple past tense. Look, for instance, did. Now, did is a kind of verb which belongs to the irregular past verb. That's why. Do, does, did. Did is possible in both cases. Done that is a V3 form. And then did is still not is an irregular past verb. When it comes in the case of that is now washed, wash is regular verbs, regular past verb. So it's that is ed. Irregular, regular. Went again, that is an irregular past verb. You see, go, went, gone. Therefore, still now it belongs to the past verb. This is an irregular past verb. Said is also another form, right? Yeah, that is a form that is adding ed, still not belongs to the regular form. We are able to use what? With simple past tense form by adding std. Study, y changes into I, and then we add that is ed. Then, whether it is regular or irregular past verbs, both are possible in order to use what? Simple past tense. Good. What about in the case of present perfect tense? What's the difference? We are welcome to change these sentences with different forms in the present perfect tense form. We can. Before that, I would like to talk about present perfect tense. What does mean present perfect tense mean? Present perfect tense. Get sentences. Present perfect tense. Yeah, everybody knows the form what looks like. Yeah, while you are making present perfect tense sentences, don't forget that. Yeah, have, right, or has. That is verb series is very important. Okay, verb series depends on the sentence. Therefore, have and has are very important forms in order to make what? Simple past tense. Therefore, I would like to mention some of important time adverbs in order to help us what? Present perfect tense. Good. Up to now. Up to now. Very important. Yeah. Adverb. Which helps us to make what? Present perfect tense. Just I'll show you with sample example. It's not only this. So far. Come on. It's not only this, right? Since. And that is also 4. If you like, that is just. Already. Yet. Ever. And never to. Look, these are possible words, that you have to use it while you are making what? Present perfect tense. I'm happy to give you some sample examples using these forms. Up to now, so far, since, for, just, already, yet, ever, never. Let's go. Up to now, I haven't seen my uncle. See, up to now usually takes at the initial position. Up to now, I haven't seen my uncle. You are welcome to change into simple past tense, is present perfect tense form. For instance, I saw my uncle yesterday or the previous time, in the previous week, last year, last month, possible. Up to now, I haven't seen my uncle. Good. I have visited Lalibela so far. We have been discussing about present perfect tense so far. You are welcome. Possible. Right? Again, let's go on. Do with things. Right? I have served here since 2025. Look, I have served here since 2025. You are welcome to see the position of since. It usually goes with what? The year. That's why talking about a point of time. That specific time is stated here now. Or you are welcome to use this context in another words too, right? Yeah. I have played different games with my grandfather since my childhood. Possible. Since my childhood. Childhood, that is already stated. So it's okay. Again, this is also similar, right? I have served here for 5 years. Look the difference. Here now, 5 years. The period of time is already stated. So while you are making or using the sentence in the case of present perfect tense, for it usually goes with what? The period of time. Okay. I have just done my classwork. Possible. I've just done my classwork. Yeah, I've just done my classwork. Possible. The position of just usually lies on between the verb and the root form. That is a V3 form. This is a V3 form. Do, does, did, done. That is why it's already written here now, right? Yeah. Seen. Look at. These are the V3 forms. The V3 forms. You are welcome and go and check your grammar, right? Already similar with that is just. It's okay? I have already left the office. Look, I have already left the office. This implies that, or this shows that student is just and already are both used with the same context. I have just done my classwork and I have already left the office. Same context, right? Yet, when I come to here now, I haven't finished my homework yet. Look the position, where does it lie? At the final position, okay? I haven't finished my homework yet. Still now you are doing. In other words, still now you are doing. You are busy of doing your homework. That's it. All right. When it comes in the case of that is ever, right? I'm going to ask you, right? Have you ever seen a zebra? Have you ever seen a zebra? Ever is, of course, still present perfect tense. Here it is, here you have seen. So most of the time, the ever is adverb of time, which helps us to use while you are making questions in the case of present perfect tense. Good, let's go on. Never. Have you ever seen a zebra? If you reply that is no, I have never seen a zebra. That's it. I have never seen a zebra. In other words, I don't see a zebra. I don't see a zebra. Therefore, I have never seen a zebra, and that is ever. Hopefully these are very important parts of time of adverb in order to use present perfect tense. Now, I would like to give you some questions, and then we'll do it together, right? So, make simple past tenses with the following words or verbs. Get. I'm going to list down those verbs, right? Number one, that is agree. Number two, bring. Number three, kit. Number four, teach. Number five, that is check. Yeah. Don't forget that some are belonging to the regular verbs, others are irregular verbs. Now, I'm going to give you some time to discuss and make some sentences with these verbs. Don't forget the instruction. It says simple past tenses with the following words. And then after that, I would like to show you that this sentence be changed into what? Present perfect tense form too, right? First, agree, bring, get, tick, tock. Let's make sentences. Good. You are welcome to share your sentences to your friends. Very interesting. Yeah, exactly. Don't forget that the tenses, the way how you change these D or ED forms while you are writing. That's why, because you should keep the regular and irregular past forms. Yeah. And also, don't forget that the time adverb that I have already stated so far, such as yesterday, last week, last time, last month, in the previous week, this morning, this afternoon, this night, blah, blah, etc. So all these are time adverbs. That's possible, all right? So let's make sentences. How it is? Very interesting one. The subject is depend on your sentence. You are welcome to make not only I, but also you can use any kind of pronoun to make your sentence. For instance, she agreed. You see? She agreed only. She agreed with her friend. See, this is past action. She agreed with her friend. She agreed with her friend. She agreed with her friend. This is a past action. Yeah. There have been arguments. Now they solve the problem. Agreed means solve their problem. All right. They brought. See? Their lunchbox. Lunchbox at school. At school. It's maybe yesterday. It's maybe the previous day. It's maybe special lunchbox that you have brought for 2 days, maybe. Okay? Yeah, okay. My friend cut his finger. Yeah, see, this is also another regular past verb. See now, cut, present, cut, past, cast, perfect tense forms, right? So I'd like to show you all the issues, what looks like in the case of present perfect tense too, right? Teach. Yeah, teach. Our parents taught us how to keep our hygiene. Our parents taught us how to keep our hygiene. The director talked with my father yesterday. Look, these are all past verbs. You are welcome to check all the verbs in each sentences. So you are welcome to change all these tenses or sentences into present perfect tense. You are welcome to add only that is what? Either have or has. If that is third person, don't forget that that is has must be here now. Agree. She has agreed with her friend is possible, please. She has agreed with her friend is. She has agreed with her friend is so far. Or up to now she hasn't agreed with her friend is possible. Or she has agreed with her friend is since yesterday. Don't forget. Since yesterday. Possible. I hope that you are welcome to do all these sentences just like the example that I gave you previously. And then I hope you share it to your friends beautifully. And then we'll see it next time. That's all we have for today. Till we meet next time. See you students. Goodbye.